Yeah. We were ready. Cheers.
All right.
What's up, everybody? It's K&E Hour. I'm Ed.
I'm Kyle.
That's Kyle. We're doing another show. It's Wednesday night. Hope everybody's having a good time. Natural Light. We're still waiting on you. Marlboro. And brought to you by the makers of Maker's Mark. And Crown Barbecue Pins.
Anything else?
I think that's pretty much. It's all within reach of me.
Wrestling in the background.
Dick. We'll throw something at you. You want to give us a holler out. Anyway, if you guys come watch us, hit subscribe.
Hit the little bell next to the subscribe button.
Absolutely. Show
That
us
way
some love.
you will never miss a show.
And we keep doing the show if people start liking us a little bit.
Or if they like us at all. Was you just picking your nose?
No, I saw something on my face and I said, is that on TV or is that on me?
I swear it looked like he was picking your nose.
They gave me a bunch of chocolate today.
But
so
I
might
wasn't
be getting a pimple.
I wasn't really looking at you though. So
There's
you
a
might be
pipe.
getting a pimple.
Is that what that is? I think I got a pimple coming in right there.
You're not 14 anymore.
But I did eat a lot of chocolate today.
Well, yeah, but that ain't gonna cause you to get pimples this afternoon.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Now, if you was a little girl getting ready to go to the prom, yeah, you'd get a pimple. You know, but that's just how that works.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be a princess.
And speaking of being 14 years old and going to the prom,
All right, Tim. Let's just step right into it.
No,
is that on your shoe or mine?
this is not even what I wanted to talk about, but he's no longer 14, but tomorrow is E's birthday, so we want to say happy birthday, E.
Well, thank you, buddy. I'll be the big 5'3" tomorrow.
And that's what I'm giving him in light of any presents. So I figure that works.
I just told my age, so now they're not going to believe me when I say I'm 45.
Well, they didn't believe you
Or
anyway.
38.
Right. No, they didn't believe that shit
Hard
anyway.
50.
62. He's 62 years old.
What's the problem, Kyle? I mean, what's really going on?
Oh, I have no problem with you being so old.
I know, well, I got to be the old one.
God made you that way.
And I hope we get a shout out to the sponsors of WD-40 because I'd like to get this chair fixed.
Well, all right. Enough about that.
This thing sounds like Kyle when he's getting up and down from a chair.
No, that's more like snap, crackle, and pop when I'm getting out of the chair. So, you ever been like driving down the road or chilling at the house or maybe at a birthday party like you might have tomorrow? You know, you hear a song that you have heard thousands of times.
Yeah.
But you've never paid any attention to it. And all of a sudden you realize you're in your truck, you done cranked the volume up 3 times, you were jamming your ass off, you know. That happened to me yesterday. I just cruising, I realized, oh man, this is a badass song.
What was you listening to?
I don't remember.
That'll happen.
This would have been a lot better story if I remembered. I do know it was Boston.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong, Boston.
Yeah, but it was one of their obscure songs that, I mean, you don't hear every day, but you've been hearing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was just jamming out. It's kind of, well, it goes back to like what we talked about, you know. Well, this was nothing like that, but like when you're cruising down and Shania Twain comes on, you know, you catch yourself going down the road, you're glad you're in the truck all by yourself. Man, I feel like a woman, you know.
Man of mine. You look at you, has your windows open, there's chicks next to it. It's like, hey, it's got a good beat.
Yeah, the shoulders are going up and down, you know.
Throwing your potato wedges left and right. Yeah, you'll have that shit.
Right. So, yeah, somebody asked on Facebook one time, you know, what do you do when, you know, you get caught singing, you know, like a boy band song or a chick song or something like that, you know, at a red light. And I responded. I said, I crank that son of a bitch up and sing even louder.
Deuces.
Which everybody would want me to crank up roll up the window because they don't want to hear me sing. I can promise you
Yeah, I know. I catch myself doing that. I'll be on my forklift. I'll be jamming. I'm just singing songs out loud. Now I'll hear somebody over the holler at me like, "Hey man, can you get this over here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get it." Oh, by the way, you can't sing. It's like, you hurtful
I had that happen to me. I was in an old service truck, and now I'm showing my age, but instead of cell phones, we all had the two-way radios inside of them. And I was bad about just throwing the mic down in the seat in front of me.
Oh yeah.
And shit, I'm jamming my ass off. I'm noticing the radio silent, but I ain't paying no attention. And I'm singing at the top of my lungs. And I finally pick up the mic and unkey it. And I got 4 other people on the radio going, "Hey, can anybody get hold of him and make him stop? We don't want to hear this.
Call his beeper."
Yes. And make it 911. Tell him stop.
Unkey your fucking. Matter of fact, just take the radio out of the damn truck. We are sick of your shit.
Yes. Well, that's how well I sing. But
Oh, that's not too bad. Hell, I'll get over there singing on the forklift or something, or in the truck, either one. Or you've heard me. We'll just be hanging out and I'll start singing, or listening to the radio and we'll be jamming or something like that. I'll say something. I was like, you're singing 2 different songs at one time, right?
And he is not lying. I'm gonna let you tell the story. But Kiss, rock and roll all night.
And part of the day.
And part of the day. I heard him say that 4 times. Couldn't figure out what the hell you was trying to say.
Want to rock and roll all night. And part of the day. You gotta sleep.
And all the comments on this are going to be, "Will you please unkey his mic?"
Unkey his fucking mic. I'll get a t-shirt made up. Unkey his mic.
Unkey, yeah.
We all had moments. So we were like talking about some songs one day. What was it? I think it was like a couple of Quiet Riot songs, and I was crossing one over with a Scorpion song.
Yeah.
And it's like I forget what it was. I want to say it was something like girls grab your boys grab your girls, whatever that's. What's that?
Girls song? Rock the boys. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. We'll get loud. Something like that. I was singing like a couple of different songs at one time. And Kyle was over because we were playing guitar.
Yeah.
And we had the guitars out. And I just started singing, and Kyle just stops. And I realized he's just looking at me. I'm like, "What's the problem?" I do that with Kyle. We'll be doing a lot of shit. The next thing I know, I look at him. He's like, I'm like, "What happened?"
I could easily just sit here for the next 45 minutes and just listen to you talk about messing up songs. Yeah.
It happens.
It's a daily basis. It's a daily thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's what I do. I mean, that's why I like that Bee Gees song so much. And I hate the Bee Gees. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't listen to them. But I do happen to know the words of the song now because of a mashup that I heard. And you know the one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
They do it to ACD. It's the music from ACDC's Back in Black.
I thought it was Hell's Bells, but
I think it's Hell's Bells.
It may be Back in
Black. It's
probably is, because everybody does the thing with Back in Black.
But it's the Bee Gees, It's like, somebody help me. Somebody help me. And they start off real quick. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't think they do, because I don't think Mike probably picked that up.
But you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to time. See the chicken head? I'm getting tight. But anyways.
That's the same look I give him when he sends that to my phone.
Oh, let's talk about sending shit to somebody's phone, guy. Let me tell you what this little son of a bitch seems to be his favorite fucking American pastime now. For like what, the last 5 years?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I cannot stand the song Mandy, nor am I a fan of Barry fucking Manilow. Never have been, never claimed to be. But anyways, this motherfucker, he'll wait months in advance. And we'll be sitting there shooting the shit here. He'll be like, "Hey, man, check out this link I just found." I'll be sitting there like a fucking dumbass on the Let's see what the link is. I'll pull it up. It's like, oh man, this. And I'll be like, this motherfucker. And my phone is wonky, and he knows it's wonky. So I'll be like trying to get rid of it. It's like credit card and buying shit over there.
That's how I got my last 4 Christmas presents.
That's probably true.
But don't let him lie to you. He is a fan of Low.
I'm not a fan of Low.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Fucking fan of Low.
Oh, we'll be at the cook-off tomorrow, Friday, and you'll be out there. Oh, Mandy.
It gets sent to me so much, it gets in my head. I probably will sing it.
But you'll mix it up with 3 other songs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you got to play it.
You came and you gave without rock me.
And the guns are cheap.
And the guns are cheap, yeah.
Dirty deeds.
Done
Mandy.
with sheep.
Dirty deeds.
Little Bo Peep. Okay,
We'll just make some songs up.
Nobody's going to watch though if we continue to sit here and sing.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I agree with that. But you know, but you got to have song in your life, man. Music gets you through the day.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Music is pretty much, I mean, every part of my life.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's mine too, you know. But I mean, well, you know, you play a guitar a hell of a lot better than I do. But
you know, maybe 5 years ago. Now, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could remember a chord.
The only strings up on these days, it's like, why's that one great? You know? I didn't know those went great. But anyways.
All right. Well, either moving on or we're going to dig deeper. But
well, you know, we caught ourselves the other day. We was watching another YouTube channel out there. Don't know if we can plug them or not like that. I don't think we should. I don't know if we can.
No, probably
like
not.
Man, they was on to a good flow, and we liked what they was doing. But man, we were sitting here.
Yeah, but I just want to interrupt you. They're a very wholesome channel.
Yeah. They probably don't want to be associated with us.
They're awesome people, but they probably don't want to see 2 guys drinking beer and saying "fuck this" and promoting their channel.
Yeah.
But they're awesome, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Now, we're 2 fun-loving guys, but there are times here when we're getting heated. I think I see both our fathers sitting here.
Right.
Slapping the shit out of us. Go get a damn beer. Well, let me tell you something, Ed. Let me tell you something, Philip. Anyways, we was listening to this show. Story. And they were playing songs that they'd supposedly never heard, but even though they said that, and I caught them in a lie a couple of times. They're like, yeah, we hadn't heard this one. And they'd be like, they played it like, oh, yeah, we heard her last. Yeah, you did hear her last week, didn't you? Right. But they put on some Joan Jett.
Oh, shit.
And since we was talking about music, I thought she needed a shout-out because that is just the baddest bitch in rock and roll.
And I think you're
look behind my shoulder one more time. I'm going to think one of my brothers back there. I'm going to start throwing elbows.
I think you're allowed to say Joan Jett. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But that is one of the baddest bitches in rock and roll. And I think even if she knows she's a bad bitch, and I don't even think she'd get upset saying that's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
Because I think even she'd be like, yeah, I know.
I'm a bad bitch.
I'm a bad bitch, but you can't touch this. But she's got like some of the greatest fucking songs out there.
Oh, yeah. And hot as hell.
Yeah. Now that's when I feel bad. Is when I'm on the forklift, I'm singing with this. Do you want to touch me? Do you want to touch me?
Yeah, but every dude listening to that song was like, fuck yeah, I want to touch you.
She's like, where?
Right there. That's where I want to touch you.
But you got to see me in the yard on my forklift, man. I got a load of lumber on like 24 feet long. And I'm all ass through the, do you want to touch? And I pass by people like, and they're like looking at me like, fuck is Ed's problem? What's he doing?
Right.
I thought he was off that shit.
he's back on the wagon, you know.
I'm back on the Joan Jett.
Oh, yeah. But I guarantee you when somebody eventually watches this, I'm going to say it right now. Leave the comment. I don't care if the video is 4 years old. If you're over 30, you had Joan Jett in your spank bank. And if you're under 30, go to Google and find out what a spank bank is. But anybody over 30 years old had Joan Jett in their spank bank.
Yeah. 34. Well, make it I mean, over 30, yeah, I see some things. Let's call it 40. Anybody over 40
Right.
used the spank bank.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the young ones can Google it.
Right.
It'll be all right.
And plus, you can't talk about Jones yet. Spank banks and not mention Lita Ford.
Oh, shit, no.
Lita Ford was like the prime list,
Oh, shit.
You walk into the living room when you're 17 years old and realize, nobody's here. Oh, it's time for me to have a little spank. Let me get this tissue over here. Oh, Lita.
17, hell, I was 22, putting that some bitch on MTV. I'm all alone. All right, let's see if they'll play some Joan or some Lita or.
Yeah, see, in our day, we had to wait for that shit to come on.
Yeah.
You guys are so lucky with the phones today.
Yeah.
Especially if you boys are spank banking it out there. I mean, you guys just get the thought, you know what? I'm alone, this and that. Like, let me just pull up my phone.
Right, yeah.
And that's another thing. These kids today, well, they got it so easy. Of course, I don't do this, but the kids do. The boys in the yard, they're like 20-something,
Oh, yeah.
I think the oldest one's like 32, and we just got lucky to get it. We call him the other old guy.
Yeah, at 32.
At 32. Well, the other was like 23, 24, 25, somewhere around. They think they're grown adults and and stuff. They stamp their feet, they pout, this and that.
Right.
So they're not quite there yet. But
just for the record, that's what Ed does at the barbecue. So.
We'll fight till
Oh, yeah.
We'll fight this over. Let me get about 6 more beers in me.
You can't see it.
That's how I spotted it, Kyle.
I was trying to make you feel better.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, they get on this other thing. I don't know if we can say their name, but
I wouldn't.
try to see if anything. Clip clop.
Oh, TikTok. Yeah, you can say TikTok.
Oh, okay. But they get on those things. And
just don't talk about the good guy we used to know down the road named John Smith Jr. that lived at 2820.
Jingleheimer Smith.
Jingleheimer, yeah.
That fucker owes me $20 still.
Lived on Jingle Bell Drive,
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I do not.
You don't know the Muffin Man?
No.
It's on Drury Lane.
You're getting sidetracked.
Well, anyways, they pull up their phones and I see them out there showing shit to each other.
Yeah.
And I'll walk out there being
my damn cigarette went out.
That happens to me. It's that fire safety shit.
Yeah.
But they'll be up there and they'll look at stuff and they're like, ooh, they'll be like, oh, yeah, have you seen anything like this? And I'll look at them, it's a woman nude and shit. And I'm
yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are y'all looking at? And they're like, TikTok. I'm like, this is on TikTok? I mean, we had to fucking find the old man's magazines or a dirty tape somewhere to look at with his kids or catch the squiggly lines on HBO or something.
Yeah, we already covered that. But yeah, watch 35 minutes of HBO and it cleared up for 2 seconds. I know that was
like, that's a tit.
That was a tit right there. I know that was a tit.
Call your buddies up on the corded telephone. Like, hey,
there's a tit on HBO.
Look on there. It's on there. If you get on there right now, my stiff it's got like 3 seconds into it. Anyways, it's a good time.
Right.
But anyways, we're talking about music.
Well, no, I wanted to expand on that,
My cigarette fell in there.
Now it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Twitter. And matter of fact, y'all can follow us on Twitter at the K&E Hour. Ding, ding. We need a bell for when we plug something.
Yeah.
Natural light, clean, ding, ding.
Still waiting on that check, buddy.
I'm on, as Crown Barbecue. Well, I got over 10,000 followers. And I try to follow everybody back. I'm
sorry, I'm listening.
You're squeaking like hell.
Well, I told the makers of WD-40 to give us a shout out.
Right.
You don't have to send us a check, just send me a damn little can. Anyways.
I try to follow everybody back.
Yeah.
I know. But so sometimes you don't follow, it's Crown Barbecue. So everything, ding. But I try to follow everybody back. So, not everybody who follows me is barbecue.
Yeah.
So I'm like scrolling through Twitter and, any time of the day. I could do it right now, but, we're kind of busy with the computers. But what's up, y'all?
Subscribe.
But you're scrolling down, it's like, that's a good looking brisket. Oh, did you see that rack of ribs? You know, oh wow, I haven't done that before. And then next thing you know, what is he doing to her?
Get your mouth open, Walker.
Of course, that's the immediate point where I'm like, fuck barbecue. Let's see this. You know, who sent me that? Let me go look at their stuff. And they appear to have a lot better content than I do.
Yeah. I'm not as good on the Twitter as Kyle, but like Kyle just said, he has 10,000 followers. I think I've got like 17. I know the Twitter, but Kyle knows all the Twitters. He knows all the Twitters. Matter of fact, we was looking at the other night. He's like, "Oh, look there! I'm almost at 10,000." I'm like, "How do you get 10? Do you gotta go all around and say, hey, will you be my follower?"
Right?
Or you just have to have some good shit on there, and they come across you or something.
Yeah, you put up like a brisket, and you know everybody wants to come along and tell you how good the brisket is.
Oh,
and that's what I love about Twitter. All they see is the picture. If I make a good looking piece of chicken, everybody tells me, "Oh man, that's phenomenal. I wish I could cook like that."
yeah.
They don't know it tastes like shit.
It's been ding. You know what happens when a bell rings? A chicken wing gets its sauce.
That's right.
Oh, speaking of chicken wings, buddy of mine at work, you looked at TV one more damn time. I'm over here trying to have a good time. I said, Kyle, you're watching wrestling, ain't you?
No, I'm watching you.
I just saw the fucking referee in the reflection of the TV right here. Do I got to turn that channel?
No, I'm
Go
watching
get some
you.
kind of spray to put on this thing. I feel like I'm killing a cat when I do this.
Well, quit moving so damn much.
I'm looking at you and I'm looking at the thing. I'm looking at you, looking at the thing. What's the problem?
You're moving too damn much and you're squeaking. I ain't turned my chair one time.
We're going to get into that fight. Oh. He eat. Anyways, what was I talking about? Work. He was watching
I don't
TV
know, but I'm sure it was.
Oh, yeah, chicken. Oh, chicken wing. Speaking of that, buddy of mine showed me a post that he don't have a show or nothing, but he was talking about his chicken. I'm talking about Paul from work. A little shout out to Paul over here.
All right.
Shout out to Paul over here. I was pointing wrong at that waiter Carl over here. Shout out to Paul. You good, bud? But
Bring beer.
he's got this video of him, and it shows like half his face. Like that. And he's like, something like the stats or whatever of a rooster killing someone is very slim. He said, but it's never zero. And he takes the camera to the side, and there's a rooster behind him, like in ninja mode, sneaking up on him. I was like, you should be running, Paul.
Yeah.
But I told him if he wanted to sponsor the show a little bit, he could throw us a 30-pack once in a while. And we'd say a shout out to his little beard company.
Okay, yeah, we'd handle that.
He does a beard oil thing. I said, we like stuff. We're still waiting on these boys to come around. But if you want to help these boys out,
Right.
would help these boys out. We'll hold up a little vial of your stuff there.
Right. And since Natural hasn't sent us anything, you know, we're good with Bud Light. We're good with, eating.
Oh, yeah, somebody's going to sponsor us. Let's get the name brand shit in here.
Yeah, and I mean, we could be drinking Bud Light next time we sit in front of this thing.
If you see us drinking the Bud Light,
you know somebody sent
brought
us
us something.
some Bud Light, right.
So if you ever see me over here going, be like old David Lee Roth, got push-up pops.
Yeah, I love that shit. I'm the ice cream man.
I'm the ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. Did I just mash?
No, you actually did really well that time, which surprised the hell out of me, to be honest.
I'm shocked that you're shocked.
It just struck me funny that, we talked about how neither one of us can sing, and all either one of us has done through this whole video is sing.
We'll do that. But talk about the badass bitches of rock and roll. My two favorite badass bitches are Joan Jett, Lita Ford.
Right.
Those were the top two in my rock and roll and my.
Right.
I feel like we should spank something and put a quarter in a. But Kyle has a chick that he always liked in the rock and roll industry.
Oh, okay. I was waiting because the way you ran into that, it was like the two that I like. And then you named them, and I thought he's about to name a third and a fourth. So that's why I was counting up here. 3, 4. How many?
Two.
How many does
he
call?
2 for the fandom, 2 for the spank bank.
Pat Benatar.
He loves him some Pat Benatar.
I do love. Have I ever told you why I love Pat Benatar?
I just thought you had to, No. I don't think you ever told me why. But I know that when we're all out there in Kyle's swimming pool in the summer times, and he's got the playlist on the stereo or whatever going, Pat Benatar seems to come on, but she's like repeated. She'll play like 19 fucking times, and then we're all out there like, hey, Kyle, is it like a record player? Is the phone skipping?
That's what it is. It's the phone's acting up.
It seems to be stuck on Pat Benatar again.
It's like when you send me your damn videos of Kiss doing the Bee Gees or whatever, and it was my phone. My phone's wonky. Y'all know how that is. Well, that's why we get so much of Pat Benatar.
My phone is wonky.
Well, mine is too. That's why we
I sat there watching TV and heard my phone ding, picked it up, and it said, your credit card process just went through. I'm like, what the fuck is it doing? I'm over here and it's like changing screens. And it's like I got a game I play on there, so it spends like $1.99 on it. I get all this free shit. I'm like, no, turn it off. Throwing it against the wall and shit. Just glad it ain't hooking up on the porn. That's probably some $9 shit.
Oh yeah. I'll
not that I look at porn.
I'll cue some of them in for you. I'll put a bunch of them 1-800 or 1-900 numbers. $8.75 a minute with a 45-minute limit.
What was it?
Minimum
976 numbers, weren't they?
976.
It was always a 976. But now I think there's like actually phone companies with that number.
It was only $3 a minute, but it was a 45-minute minimum.
It was like, I think that's $1.99 for the first minute, $3.99 each additional minute. It's like, wait a minute, just went the wrong way.
Daddy wasn't gonna miss that on his credit card.
We never got away with that shit with kids. I actually never made one of those calls ever.
No, I don't think I did either. When I was a kid, I was too worried about jumping ramps on my bicycle, and by the time I got old enough to have a spank bank, I was old enough to know not to do stupid shit that I was going to get caught doing.
That's why we still have all our fingers.
Right. I'm good all the way. See, I pulled an Eddie moment there.
You gotta watch them Eddie moments. They'll sneak up on. They're like a bad cold.
Well, left is right, left if you're watching yourself.
Well, like look at like that easel. It's right there.
Yes. Good job, Eddie.
The TV. It's right there.
There.
I can see it, but I can't. I just belched right in your face, didn't I?
Yes, you nasty bitch.
I would like to apologize. Okay, I know I was a nasty bitch and everything, but we've been at fucking stores and shit too. This innocent, purebred motherfucker over here. This church, that looks like a hat, but it's a halo up there. Because everybody loves Kyle, especially God.
And 80-years. I'm a huge hit with the over 80 crowd.
We used to go to church. Mama Carol. And
don't say that.
Right. I won't say that. I won't say nothing. Being fucking damn was a tough one. You look at that goddamn TV.
I ain't looking at the TV.
I
I'm
looked you
looking
right in
at
the
you.
eye as you was laughing, going.
I'm looking at you, dude. All right, I'll focus on the monitor.
Because you can see it over here over my shoulder.
Well, see, that's where we argued
I
last
saw
time.
I said, well, I got to look at that.
See, that's where we argued last time. Was you say you can't point to the easel? I can't either. It's over there somewhere. But if I want to point to the easel or talk about the easel, I turn around and go, "There's the easel," because I can see it.
Well, that's
what I was trying to say last time. Don't look at us up here. Look at us in the real world.
You're right. And I'd like to apologize for my Vietnamese attitude there.
The TV.
I just saw you.
Yes, I did look at it because the TV is right there. I can see it with my own eyes.
It keeps doing this like, hey man, it's really good to see you and everything. See, like, yeah, back when we was doing this, you know. I grew up with 7 or 8 older brothers. He knows that. I could be having a conversation like, hey, man, everything going good? Yeah. And they'll look over my shoulder and be like, yeah, back who's coming? Because I was the youngest one and the littlest one. So we could just be like fighting over chicken and stuff. Be trying to say, hey, how's it going to your aunt or uncle or something like that? Here they come.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I got my head put through a closet door one time.
Yeah, I can't moon anybody anymore because my ass is peppered. Well, one of my brothers shot me with a gun, with a shotgun. I've got a wound in my thigh where they stabbed me with a fishing blade knife one time. Just because it. We're not going to get into that story because I'm going to start ripping shit apart. Anyways, we had good times growing up, and I learned a lot of shit from them some bitches too. I'm getting old and cranky and all this shit in my old age, but I learned enough fighting them motherfuckers my whole life that I think I can take on some bitches from time to time.
You are not getting old and cranky. You've been old and cranky for a long time.
Since 1987.
So, Pat Benatar.
It was Kyle's favorite, Pat Benatar.
Well, we got sidetracked, but I wanted to tell my story.
That's why you come watch us.
Yeah, because we get sidetracked real bad.
And we're cheersing right now. And just because I'm sidetracking this right now, I'm getting real close to the bottom of my beer. It is Kyle's turn.
Nope.
I got the beers when I walked in the house. I got our prime beers. Then I got our extra prime beers. And then I made that last trip.
Do I look like Amazon?
Oh, we're going to go Amazon.
I don't worry about Prime.
I wasn't ready to play God. I choked up a little bit. He's a real bastard.
I try. So,
I've been a talk. That sexy bitch.
Are we there?
We're there.
I've started this story like 4 times.
I must shut my Vietnam whore ass up and just.
If you wanted to go get us a beer while I told the Pat Benatar story, that'd be all right.
No, because I need to call you out on shit.
Well, no, actually, I'd end up playing the little pause music because when I don't have nobody to talk to, I just sit here. You know.
I feel bad because I noticed that you cut that out last time.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna go get these beers. I came back during that thing. And he was like, it took because I had to pee.
Right.
And since I was going to pee, I had to go ahead and get the beers because Kyle seems to forget the beer getting count all the time. But anyways, I had to go get the beers because I was going to go ahead and get up and pee. Well, if you're going to pee,
you might as well get the beer.
Why don't you just get the beer?
That's logical, ain't it? Somebody have my back on this.
I'm sure it's logical, and it made a lot of sense. And I only agreed to it because I was going to pee. Where's the camera? I was going to pee. Damn it. Let's talk here one-on-one. I mean, for 30 some odd years, I've been the only motherfucker going to get the beers. When I lived out of town and I was visiting, he was like, yeah, man, come on up and get on up here and this, that. Paris was dry at the time.
Yes.
So I let him have a lot of slack on that.
Sad day in Paris.
But the last 7 years, these motherfuckers been wetter than a fucking tank. You know? the good old fishing pond is here.
Right.
And he was still, when I'd be like, hey, you coming up this weekend? It's like, yeah, I thought I'd swing on by. He's like, hey, yeah, it'd be great. We're hoping to see you and everything. Hey, why don't you bring some beer with you since you're coming on into town? He would call me up and say, hey, why don't you come visit? So I'd stop at the store in Wichita fucking Falls. So since you're coming on up, go ahead and grab some beer. And that way we'll be here when you get here. And I'm like, well, won't you go ahead and get some? I got to go all the way to Sun Valley or Toco or something. And told everybody where we was, didn't we?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, he wasn't going to get beer. Who cares? He wasn't going to get the beer anyways.
Eddie lives in 2820 Pine Mill Drive, Paris, Texas.
Don't y'all be egging my house, motherfucker. You don't know. That's a good story. I got to tell you later.
Well, why can't you tell me now?
About TP and have that racket I ran in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when the dean of boys told me, when I graduated, he's like, these last 4 years you've been running a racket on your teachers. And he's like, that's a criminal act, We'll get in that on it later on. We're still talking music, Pat Benatar, and why you love her so much.
Well, no, we seem to have bypassed Pat Benatar. So. But would you like to hear that story?
I would like to hear that story.
Okay. Well, first off, Pat Benatar's a bad bitch.
Cheers, baby. Cheers to ding.
Cheers to Pat Benatar. Ding.
Did we do Lita? We didn't do Lita.
Lita.
Cheers, Lita.
Right. And really, yeah, I mean, and honestly, I hate talking to the camera. I prefer to just talk to you.
I'm looking at you.
I can't look at you because then you get mad if I watch the TV.
I can tell when you're looking at me and going, hey, yeah, how's it going, man?
Your head's in the way, dude. No, well, shit. Now, see, I'm sidetracked again. We're never going to talk about it. No, when people start putting in the comments, I'd like them, who was their chick.
Oh, yeah, we'd like to hear your thoughts on this.
And I don't want to hear no fucking Britney Spears shit and stuff like that. Well, yeah. Britney was all right. I mean, really.
Britney had some moments.
Well, what I'm getting at is if you're watching the show and you're 17 years old, we don't want to hear who you was in love with.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about that. Who's that one with all that shit went down over their tickets and everything just here recently? The singer, the country girl?
I have no idea.
The trucking company.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah, Swift.
Yeah.
Swift truck, Taylor Swift, yeah.
Yeah, if you throw out enough hooks, I'll bite one of them.
Yeah. I was like, I know she rhymes with a trailer company or something like that. But yeah, if you throw her name up here, we're just going to throw a beer at the monitor and say, don't even talk to us again.
Yeah.
Until next week.
Although,
but hit that subscribe.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell next to it. That little bell will tell you when we come on, and then you can catch us live.
That's right.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, something like that.
But I got like 10,000 followers on Twitter. I know how that goes.
I am closing the gap quickly. Yeah, we was on that last night checking it out. We put the Twitters on there. I said the Twitters because I know one. He knows them all. But belch it again. It's that sandwich I made a while ago.
Well, quit eating before you do the show.
I knew it was going to be drinking. Anyway, what I was saying was, anyways.
Hold on, you gave me an idea for a great segment for next week.
Hot damn.
We're going to do 15 minutes of silence.
Silence?
Yeah, we're just going to stand here. 15 minutes.
You know damn good and well. I can't sit in the same room with you and be silent for 15 minutes.
That's why it'll be a good segment.
I'll be tearing up every little fucking gadget he's got on this. You don't see them. There's all kinds of gadgets all over this fucking desk right here.
Most of them to make this show go.
I'll be like little man Tate. I'll have me a screwdriver taking apart this fucking remote control. This shit over here, I have no idea what's in that black box there. There's a vacuum cleaner fucking hose up here. Why the fuck is there a vacuum cleaner hose?
Don't judge me.
I was judgmental. I'm gonna calm it down. I don't know. I'm fixing to take that Febreze gun over. I'm gonna squirt it right under this fucking seat. See if it helps with the squeaking.
Or you could just quit moving around all over the place.
I'm a shaker man.
The only thing you haven't done, and God, I hate to say this,
If he says get us a beer, I'm gonna whoop his ass.
the only thing you haven't done is kick anything yet.
Okay, now he was talking about that last show.
And I'll talk about it next show too.
We was at Waterbury, what, a couple of days ago?
And you kicked it.
Because I realized I'm kicking shit. It's because you're with me running your damn head. He was running his head, and I was like, kicking the damn counter. Because I made a comment about, I'd appreciate it if y'all cook my hamburger without the crack cord back there in the back cooking it. Can we not? Is that on the illegal list? Is that a word I'm not?
Well, it's not polite.
I'm sorry to all the crack whores out there.
Yes.
I didn't mean to call y'all whores on crack.
We love our crack using citizens as much as we love everybody else.
I mean, somebody's gonna smoke the crack that's made by the Mexicans.
By the cartels.
By the cartels. Like I tried to cover it up like they wouldn't hear me.
Yeah.
That's like covering up the camera saying they can't hear us.
Yeah.
You can't hear what I'm saying. That's like I've seen a movie doing that sometimes.
It's there and it works. I promise.
He only had to move 3 gadgets to get to it.
And now it'll probably never work right again.
Yep. He fucked it up for everybody. Super Cop story was working. He fucked
That's
it up
right.
for everybody. But anyways, I digress. Let's go back to where we was.
Where was we?
Kyle loves Pat Benatar.
Grab us a beer and I'll tell you the story.
I just knew. All right, on the next one, I want to see some bets getting made. Let's see how long it goes before Kyle actually gets us a beer. Don't be ashamed to say show 8 or show 32.
No, that ain't right.
What show we on now?
It needs to be like show 369. You know, I would bet it around that area somewhere.
I'm all for that many shows, but if it takes you that damn long to get a beer, we probably ain't gonna be a whole lot friendly for each other. And I'm gonna finish this damn. Man, I'm probably gonna get them pretty soon.
Nobody wants to see us being friendly towards each other anyway.
Well, you're right. We do barbecue cook-offs.
Yes.
Every time we do it, we are just sitting there, just literally, we are many times we are basically just shooting shit, talking, and we're agreeing with each other, and we're on each other's side. But just the way we talk to each other like that, we have had many people. I've seen them sitting over the side, and like, hey, look, these two guys about to fight.
They're gonna fight.
We had one guy. We had the old sheriff's group next to us.
That's the story I was going to tell, but go ahead.
The retired sheriff's group was next to us. There was a tow truck company guy ran up on them to come tell the sheriff's group that's retired. And they were all in their 80s. I think we could have been, they wouldn't have caught us at the pass. We would have outran their ass. But anyways, he's over like, hands his place like, hey, these guys are fighting. And we're sitting there like, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, this looks good. We're calling each other Giuseppe and motherfucker this and that. And like, yeah, that's right. Touch me one more time. We were still having a good time. We was on each other's side. But over here, and all of a sudden, them sheriffs look at us. So, no, we ain't going to fight. We're actually getting along right now.
This is good for us. We're really doing well.
You should see us when we're about to fight.
Wait till we get ready to slice that brisket. Then we'll start fighting over it.
Which is another funny story that I really want to tell about knife safety and fingers.
Talk to me.
And who has actually stabbed who in the finger with a fucking knife. And I don't know if you can see my hand here, but the whole time it's pointing at my boy, Kyle Leonard.
Yeah, but I was going for the ribs.
He's going to take me out the whistleblowers. We have cut ribs many times.
Many times.
Now, we wear nitrile gloves. Usually we wear blue because it's contrast against the red of the meat. So But many times, me and the guy we used to cut with, I was always the knife guy. And
Right.
he would take the ribs or the brisket out immediately. Well, we were cutting and taking so fast that at one point Kyle said, I sure wish y'all would slow down. And we had to tell Kyle, hey, brother, if you quit breathing over us, we can get this all right. And just as I said that, all of a sudden there's a piece of blue glove in the meat.
Right.
I was like, hold on. My buddy over he's like, nope, I'm okay. That rubbed off because I just rubbed it, peeled right off. We're like, okay. But Kyle has always been a little bit worried about somebody getting cut. Now, what's really fucking funny is, I don't remember if you took the knife and said you can do the cutting or if it was just your turn. But I think Kyle was at the point where somebody was cutting and Kyle said, let me cut. So Kyle gets over and cut. And I said, well, Kyle, as long as you don't do it. Kyle stabbed the knife into the side of my finger right there so hard and he flicked it that it went ting. So as soon as he did that, I looked at square in the eye. I was like, bitch. And what's Kyle doing? Because we just had the safety meeting about the knife and cutting people. So Kyle's over here, head down. He could not. He's like a little girl. He's laughing so fucking hard, he couldn't even face us.
Well, it was funny because that knife hit that bone and went ding.
Dang. Didn't slice nothing. It cut me or nothing. It just came right back out. So either my skin is really damn tough. Thank you very much.
No, that was bone.
Well, he did. He got me in the bone. He tamed it. It sounded like a damn school bell. Ting. But yeah, of all the people that's cut somebody, it was Kyle. After the 32,000 fucking safety meetings we've had over knives and fingers and cutting.
I did not cut you.
You didn't cut me, but it was the actual protrusion of the knife into the finger.
Right, I stabbed you. That's the difference between being stabbed and being cut.
You're right. I was going about it all wrong. It wasn't a cut. It was a stabbing.
So we can still put up the sign, nobody's being cut in 862 days. No,
Well, we
didn't talk about stabbing.
Let me just erase this fucking safety workboard over here because stabbing counts as cutting.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
That's why everybody loved Kyle, because Kyle got a different outlook on everything. I'm getting us a beer. These
Well,
folks didn't eat.
it's about damn time.
Yeah, we have a trash can here, so we're going, but there's no cooler in this motherfucker. Maker's Mark. Marlboro calls.
Yeah, if we had Maker's Mark as a sponsor, we wouldn't have to have a cooler. We just have to have some Dr. Pepper or Coke in here.
I keep talking about all these sponsors. I'm going to get up one of these times. The first one of you motherfuckers said, how about Weight Watchers? I'm whooping all your asses.
How about Weight Watchers?
Cut you, motherfucker. Well, I'm going to cut you. I'll stab you.
Stab me. That's right.
Guys, you don't know this, but you're about to get edited for a minute and a half.
You are. I'm just going to cut it out of the video. So, no, actually, we are 48 minutes into the video, and I'm finally going to tell my Pat Benatar story that I've been trying to tell since 10 minutes in. The reason I like Pat Benatar so much is when I was younger, old enough to consent, but young. Okay, no, I wasn't really old enough to consent. I was old enough to drive. And so anyway, I go out. It was actually my birthday. I got kidnapped. And I got kidnapped by the church group that we was in.
Oh, you talking about the sisters?
No, I'm talking about Pat Benatar.
Oh.
I told
Since
him,
I left the room, you could actually tell your story.
Room, I could actually tell the story. So anyway, but
I felt a little slotted.
Well,
I'll get my weight watcher. I'm okay.
I'm still not going to get to tell my Pat Benatar story.
I'm going to finish this cigarette while he tells Pat Benatar.
All right. So anyway, it's my birthday. A whole group comes and kidnaps me, but it's the church group. It's all the kids from the church.
It's okay to be kidnapped if it's by the holy people.
Oh, yeah, my parents was like applauding them. You know, oh, look, how sweet is that? The little church people are coming and getting him.
He's going to make a great altar boy.
Oh, yeah.
And Father so-and-so is just so wonderful with the boys.
Yes, and they all love him so much.
Like President Biden, he just likes to sniff their hair. So you're going to be a fine young lad. Let me smell that hair.
Now let me sniff you.
Hey, Grandpa, can I sniff you? Anyways, finish your story.
All right, so I get kidnapped. They take me out, and all the rest of the church youth are there. But we had this one girl that was old enough to drive, and she did all the driving.
She was the hot chick. That's the one. Oh, you can drive. You got your own car.
And she was,
hang out.
Yeah, but she was so. I mean, I don't even know the word I'm trying to use here, but you didn't touch nothing in her car. You didn't reach up and turn the radio up. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you rode in her car, your ass sat in your seat, hands underneath your legs. Right. Don't touch nothing.
Yeah. It does sound familiar.
Well, that may be where I got it, but nobody I know actually does that. They get in my truck and it's turn the radio to a different station, and it is too damn hot in here. We're going to turn the air conditioning on. Or Eddie over there go, what, have you got the fucking heat running, dude? What's wrong with
It's
you?
fucking summertime.
Roll down my windows, and everybody knows I've got like a 1960 model truck. So when you roll the window, you got to do it with a hand crank. And then get out of my truck and leave the damn window hand crank down on the passenger side. And so I can't reach the crank to turn it back up. So I'm on my way out of town, and all I hear is the wind. Whoop, 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 whoop.
He could be talking about any one of us out here. He could be talking about any one of y'all.
Could be anybody. I mean, we don't know who I'm talking about.
I just like to point out it was not Ed that took him up in that bit of story.
I am not going to tell this story. We've been trying for 52 minutes.
I just like to point out it was you this time.
Okay, so anyway, chick, no, it was you. Chick don't like you don't touch nothing in her car. Yeah. You don't touch nothing in her car. You basically sit there, you keep your hands to your damn self.
Yeah.
And so, the party's over. And even though it's a church group, and even though I think I was turning 16, there was some Coors Lights involved. And I've never figured that out because we went to the Pizza Hut. And somehow I was getting Coors Lights. So,
was this in California?
It might have been. It was in some state that I used to live in.
That's a pretty good fucking prognosis right there. It was in some state that I used to acquire my mail at every day.
Exactly.
So I lived there at this one time.
Well, I've lived in a lot of states.
Yeah, you and me both.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's not a good thing. But so the end of the night comes around, and the one chick that's old enough to drive is taking everybody home.
This is the chick that don't let you touch nothing.
You don't touch nothing.
Don't touch nothing. Is that where you got that?
Don't touch nothing.
Don't touch nothing.
Yeah.
Sit in the truck and don't touch nothing.
And don't touch nothing.
So you see, he said that shit to me.
many a times.
Many times.
But the problem is that you touch too much.
There's a lot of shiny shit in your truck. There's a lot of lights on the dash and stuff like that. It's like, what's this do? You get down to that story, I'd like to talk about let's not touch shit in the truck.
We'll do that another show.
Mr. Picking my fucking old shit bar until it fucking fell off. Why he's on the phone? He said, yeah, this and that, and just picking at it. Anyways, I digress. Chicks that don't let you touch nothing in their car. Who started off with a Pat Benatar story.
Well, this is very crucial to the story that you don't touch anything in her car.
Oh, okay. All right, I get you.
There's like 6 of us that she's taking home. The night's over. We partied. Everybody told me happy birthday. We're good to go. 6. 6 of us.
Well, there's your mother hand.
Right. But anyway, so she's driving us. We drop off this one. We drop off that one. Well, I immediately know something's up because we drove within like a block of my house
Oh yeah.
to go drop off 3 other kids that lived 7 miles away.
Oh yeah.
So I immediately know, okay, something's, but I'm thinking on the lines that we're gonna, they've got something else going on for me.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna drop.
banging.
No, we're not banging yet. So
The intrigue is just sitting here.
So we're continuing to drive. We're continuing to drop off all these other kids. And we finally drop off the last kid. And we pull out off of their road and she pulls over to the side. And she's like, yeah, no, that's not where this is going.
It's always going to go somewhere.
Looks at me and says, you want to drive? Well, I'm 16. I may have had my license because
Full grown man.
Oh, yeah. And at least I thought I was.
There's 3 hairs to shave.
Oh, yeah.
Full grown.
But, so, I mean, now it's like mind blown. You don't even lean up against her car. And all of a sudden, do you want to drive? And so, I don't know. I'm fucking getting scared. I don't think I do. Oh, no. Right, you drive. So I get over and I drive. I'm like, so we go, you dropping me off? She says, well, won't we go to my house for a little bit? I mean, it's still plenty early and we're all good. Won't we go shoot some pool? Because she had the pool table. She was the cool kid.
That was the cool chick right there.
Yeah. She had a car and a pool table.
Oh, yeah. Was this in a basement?
It was not.
Okay, because there was going to be some action if there was.
When you walked into the front door, it was like a big, huge family room, and it had a pool table in it.
Oh, okay.
So we go to her house, we play pool. And it's only later that I find out there's nobody home at her house. Parents are gone.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody's gone.
And you probably played like 6 games of pool, didn't you?
Before I figured that out, yeah. So next thing you know, this chick, and I have never even made a move on her. I've never held her hand. I've never even attempted anything. But next thing you know, Pat Benatar is blaring.
Okay.
It was cassette tapes back in those days. Pat Benatar is blaring over the radio. We're shooting pool, and next thing I know, neither one of us have a pool cue anymore. We are on the table.
On the pool table. This is making so much sense why fucking Pat Benatar keeps getting fucking on the repeat.
Hell yeah.
He ain't listening to Pat Benatar. He's banging that old chick on the pool table again.
I'm reliving.
Every time.
I am reliving old fantasies.
That's why when we're all up there on the porch and we're like, is that Pat Benatar again? We look at him. He's on the side of the porch. He's just like, he's over there thinking about that same bitch on the same pool table. You probably took the 8-ball, hit her in the head a couple times. Come on, baby.
Probably did. Well, that's probably how that happened. She was probably like, give me 8 inches and hurt me, so I had to do it twice and hit her in the head.
Yeah, slam her head in the door. Oh, you okay? Want me to finish it up?
Here's the first 4. Here's the second 4. Now a good slap in the head.
That's bad. No. You said give her 10 inches?
No, I said 8.
Oh,
so I had to do it twice.
Yeah. I didn't do it twice. Then kick her in the knee with the left and flip her off to get that other half. But I digress. That's something being damn boy. We're gonna talk about that.
Well, a little bit before that, I'm also a big John Mellencamp fan.
Oh yeah, Johnny Cougar, the Mellencamp. Yeah, everybody's John
Cougar Mellencamp.
Oh, you're gonna talk about that other bitch?
Yeah. This was a couple years before that. I wasn't happy to go to church.
This is why we can't look at y'all while we're sitting around the fire pit.
No, this has nothing to do with fire pit.
I thought they were sitting around like fire and hay barn.
Okay. I'm
oh wait, that's my story. That's a story I got to tell. That was me fucking up at the fire pit.
I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm gonna go get a beer.
I just got us a beer.
You tell your fire pit story while I'm gone.
I'm
because-
not telling that fire pit story while you gone.
I'll continue the.
All right, you going to get a beer? Or you fix to take off 15, 20 minutes.
No, I'll be back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
First off, he can't count. Secondly, I don't know where the hell he's going. But he's been telling that fucking Pat Bennett. He never told us the part about banging some chick on the pool table. And I want to borrow this shit right here. We're going to see if we can't fix this fucking chair. Does it squirt? You hear it squeaking? Oh, look who just fixed the fucking chair. Yeah, baby. Unstoppable touch. I told you he's got a lot of shit sitting up here. We won't tell him. I'll tell you, he'll catch it on the show later. But yeah, squeaking's gone. Oh, no, I just heard it. I squirted again. I don't know what this smells like. I lost my sense of smell a long time ago in a wreck or something like that. I know to the rest of the world and the public out there, it looks like I was just squirting that shit up my ass. I swear to God, just clean up the chair to quiet down the squeaking. He ain't coming back. He ain't gonna bring us no damn beer. He ain't brought us back a beer since 1993. Let's look on his phone. Hey, what's up, buddy?
So, anybody that took week 8, you lose. Or show 8 or whatever. Are y'all bored enough now that I can tell the rest of that story?
Now, does it smell good in here? Does it smell
No,
anything?
it smells like you shit your pants.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that don't work.
Because you did shit your pants and you tried to cover it with Febreze.
So it squirted under the chair to knock out the squeak.
Look at you go. Well, why didn't you
Ingenuity.
spray my chair?
Because you don't hardly move.
But when I do, it squeaks.
We gotta get some new furniture.
Now spray my chair. Just my chair, not me. Okay, that's enough.
Give us some wiggles. Oh, damn, it got louder.
You made it worse.
Your chair's fucked up. It sounds like our knees when we get up and down. But yeah, man, I was like flaking out. And I was like, well, you know, let's put it on the spot. And I was just falling.
Yeah, see, that's why I make you go get the beers that way. Because it sucks sitting in here trying to talk to
I
yourself.
know. I was like, well, I mean, we're going to talk a little bit, but we're going to cut this shit out a little bit.
That was my next question. Am I going to be in here editing this here in just a little bit to cut that out?
Probably later.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably going to be some shit that happens. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, so Pat Benpar's Kyle's favorite fucking chick because he can only remember the chick he banged on the pool table, which is make sure we did that show the other night, man. I swear to God, we was watching this, you know, or we was talking, and I was talking about the executive producer going over on the wall, and I never saw her walk in at that time.
Right.
It's just like, we're gonna put that whore in the corner where, oh look, she's here. We're not gonna be calling her a whore.
No. We will not.
But yeah, I swear to God that I seen her walk in and out each time. But then all of a sudden she was just there. It's like, I don't remember her walking in. But you know, we have our moments.
Right.
But anyways, we digress.
So John Cougar.
John Cougar is conversation.
So
when I was fucking up trying to get on him about screwing a chicken fire pit on the hay barn and this and that. And then I was like, oh, wait. That's your story, Ed. That's some shit that went down in your lifetime.
Well, now I do have a hay barn story too, but we'll save that for another night.
Is it anything to do with that Halloween haywire ride you went on?
Yeah, it did.
Where it was dressed alike?
Oh, no. That was a completely different one. And
They all apparently look like ghosts?
We will not tell that story. And we'll quit talking about it at this point. But I did
The
not
exact
know.
same ghost?
I did not know what kind of party I was going to until I got there.
Right.
And there were some hot chicks there.
There always is.
I know.
At the places we ain't supposed to be, that's where the hot
girls are. But no, before the kidnapping story and Pat Benatar, it was we was all sitting around in this woman's house, and now when I think back on it, this was kind of creepy. Creepy.
Having sex with a chick on the pool table is never creepy.
No, I passed that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're now at this chick. This was before the pool table, so I don't know how old I was, but obviously I was under 16. And there was 6 or 7 of us that hung out that are all about the same age. But there's this one chick that was like 27. And when you're 14 or 15 years old, 27 is like old. I mean, we're waiting on her to get to the nursing home, 27, good God.
Yeah. Now we're looking at 27 like, you fucking kid.
You kid, don't even know how,
Yeah.
But anyway, we always hung out at her house. And
at the 27-year-old's house?
Yeah.
What's it? All right.
See where I'm going with this? Now, ding, 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 the bell went off. Right.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, what's drinking?
I thought you had something you wanted to add to that.
No, but I think all women that want to put out to me is hot. Even if they're a little heavy, a little ugly.
So we're talking what? 2 women you find hot? Anyway, I'm sitting there.
I used to bang a lot of chicks. I don't care what he says.
I'm sitting there with my little 14, 15-year-old girlfriend. We're all at the older chick's apartment. We're hanging out. And John Cougar Mellencamp, or back then, John Cougar, comes on. And it's Hurt So Good.
Oh.
Well, we're all sitting there. We're jamming. We're banging. Because that's the big...
We're banging.
No, we're not banging. We're not banging.
He said we're jamming. We're banging.
It wasn't that kind of a party.
Oh, okay.
And so we're all sitting there. We're having a good time, because that was like the shit back in the day. John Cougar was...
He was cool.
And so we're sitting there. We're going all this. I look down. I realize my little girlfriend is staring me straight in the eye. Singing Hurt So Good.
Oh.
And so I'm not going to try to say I banged my girlfriend that day.
Look out, about to become a man.
But my parents were both at work and my apartment was empty. And before John Cougar was off the radio, we was already back at my apartment.
Oh, 17 seconds a man. 17 seconds, I'm a man.
Oh, I like how much credit you give me. 17 whole seconds. Yeah.
Well, women just don't understand that. Now we're about to get into something that's probably going to get me in trouble. Now, women like to go a long time. You ever hear them all? You've heard it in every fucking TV show, every story in your life.
No.
Oh, they always get their thing before they get theirs.
Go ahead, tell your story, but no, I've got the real perspective on that.
I just stopped my story to hear yours.
Right.
Hang on to your story. Now, I know folks out there probably go, what's the point of this fucking show that I keep watching?
Right.
The point of this show is we're 2 dudes that we get off of work on a Wednesday night. We decide we're going to drink some beers. We're going to talk about all kinds of shit that you can't just sit in the living room and talk about with your wife.
Right.
So you can hang out. You can put it on the show, watch it later on if you can't catch it live. Hit that subscribe.
Push the little bell next to it. I don't know what that's called, but it means it'll tell you when we're coming back on again.
But even though there's wives and families and all that, we still get together. We like to hang out in the room, talk about shit, laugh our asses off, and have our beers.
Yeah, because nobody will hear us in here with the microphone and the camera on. Nobody will hear what we're saying.
Right. Across the thousands and thousands of people out there in the interweb with this and the internet and the worldwide. So, so you're banging a chick. So 15 seconds.
Once again, you're being very generous.
I like to be generous.
The best piece of information I ever got, when it comes to having sex. And dudes, y'all listen to this. Once you get her to where she needs to be, she doesn't want you to have no damn marathon after that. It's like once you get her where she needs to be, get your shit done. She is through with you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You hear women talking all the time. Oh, they got theirs, and then I had to go finish up in the bathroom with a piece of utensil.
Well, then you ain't doing it right.
I didn't say me. I said on TV and everywhere else. I know tricks.
Well, I do too.
That's not a trick. They learned that from a fucking dog.
I did not. I learned that when I was eating watermelon at 6 years old. You got to get your whole face up inside of it.
Get it all up in your ears.
Yeah.
If your ears ain't wet, you ain't doing it right.
If it ain't dripping out of your hair, yeah, you're fucking up. We got way sidetracked.
Yeah, we did. We really did. So anyway, Kyle's banging the chick at the State Farm. At State Fair. That was big again too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I finished up my John Cougar story.
Okay.
I'm going to title this video that we talk music. Even though it turned into just who we banged during what song was on.
You ever banged in a pool?
I own a pool, so I'll let you make your own assumptions on that.
I hope we clean that motherfucker next time we go swimming in. Because I'd rather not swim in a place where you can see the guy shit floating everywhere. Anyhow, but first time I ever tried that in my life, I was fairly young. And me and this old girl, we're still in high school. We was at her aunt's house who was out of town. And so we jumped the fence, hanging out on the back porch, lights were on and everything. Look at that goddamn TV one more time, Kyle.
Okay.
That's how you know he's got. He's like, okay.
I will only look at the computer.
Anyways, but seriously, when you was a young kid, did you try it?
No, I did not.
I perfected it now. I'm okay now. But because when
not
they're out of town,
not in my pool. No.
When they're out of town, I bring chicks over here. I got a key. Well, the gate's never locked anyway.
No.
I just come over here and make myself talk. Oh, y'all gonna be out of town for 3 days? Oh yeah, I'll come over and feed you animals and stuff.
I'll watch the pool.
Yeah, like, hey, what's up? Party over here. Mom and Dad are out of town. About to get buck wild. Anyways, I really want to tell that story, but I think we need to make that a different show.
Okay, what story is that?
The banging in the pool.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about music tonight.
Well, we've run over our hour.
And music that we bang to.
Right, we ran over our hour, which we always do.
Well, we're used to go an hour and a half. You're going to cut it up and make us some feeds and stuff like that.
If I find anything useful in this one.
There's there's one or two potential all-stars in there.
Yeah, but a couple of them some bitches was dead.
It crossed them off
the list.
Okay, pass there, Pedro. We're big fans of that movie, Major League. Have you ever seen that?
No, I have not.
I looked at you.
Yeah.
We're big fans. I look at you. Have you ever seen that?
Right.
We watched it together several times with the families. We had good times. But that's like one of my all-time favorite shows. And I swear to God, over the last 30-some-odd years, we have watched that enough around each other. We know that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, word for word. It's sad. That tells you how sad our lives are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got this little girl at work.
Don't say her name.
I'm not. I just call her little sister. I just adore her. She's just wonderful. But she is so protected. Go ahead.
Is she hot?
No, she's like a little sister. Well, I mean, she's a very cute girl. Don't get me wrong.
I hope you watch.
She's a nice looking girl, but she's a married girl and stuff like that. And,
did you say a married girl?
Yeah, she's a married girl. So, but we're just work people,
Yeah.
But I adore her like a little sister. And I'd push her down in the dirt. and stuff like that. What?
So if she wasn't married, would she be hot?
No, she watches our show, dude.
No, that's why I'm digging you a deeper and deeper pit.
No, she's just a nice girl, man. She's awesome.
Okay, go ahead.
But
I'm
anyway,
sorry, I was digging a hole.
we've been trying to get her to watch Blazing Saddles because she has
shit.
never watched it. And I'm like, you've never watched Blazing Saddles? She goes, no. But she's watched some other wild shit that I've watched. She's like, well, you've got to watch Blazing Saddles. So I'm waiting on her to watch it. I told her it's on Hulu and everything. We've all watched Blazing Saddles.
Right.
We all thought it was funny when he ate the wiener schnitzels.
I love the shit they put on Facebook about it. They took out all the offensive materials of the movie.
Oh,
And
it's going to play 13
It's
seconds long.
going to play tonight from 7:01 to 7:03.
You know, one of my favorite parts of that was the where they came across the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
It said nobody would let us in their wagon train. So when the Indians came up, we had to circle the wagons. It's one fucking wagon just
Right,
around
going in a
circle.
circle. Yeah.
The Indians get up there and they're chasing them, stuff like that. And they hit the Indian reservation line. And they come screeching to a halt. One dude flies over his horse. He's like, you get back over here. So what are we going to do? He said, I don't know. We ain't going to chase them no more. How come they targeting us? Pretty good show.
Right. But on that note, I think we should call it a night on this one. And
Absolutely.
stay away from Blazing Saddles.
Stay away from Blazing Saddles. Actually, watch Blazing Saddles.
Right. But
It's a hilarious movie.
But we're not going to discuss it. You won't be seeing a show anytime soon with us discussing Blazing Saddles.
Tune in next week.
For the Blazing Saddles review.
Where Eddie blatantly breaks all the illegal lists that we can't say.
Well, that's the only thing. I love the movie, but you can't. I mean, we couldn't show the first 30 seconds of the movie on the internet nowadays and not have 870 people complaining on us.
But
I mean, it's hilarious, but times were just different back then.
well, we need to put a button on it. You can't complain till you subscribe. That's my thoughts.
I'll go for that. If you want to complain, you want to bitch, you want to gripe, you want to turn us into YouTube, hit subscribe.
We'll be the hell version of Siskel and Ebert.
And don't forget to hit that little bell button. Yeah, hit the bell. I don't know what it does, but everybody says hit the bell. So y'all hit the bell.
Yeah, hit that bell. We'll see y'all next week.
We're tired of talking. Well, I'm tired of talking to him anyway. Catch y'all next time.
Not too bad at all. Yeah, we got the place is asking me.
No, we're not doing that.
We're good. Vietnam.